Hello and welcome. In this session of market analysis, we will be decoding the key points of Monetary Policy Committee's meeting and RBI conference, which was held at 10 a.m. on Friday, 22 May 2020. It is worth noticing that this MPC meeting was scheduled off cycle, which is generally a bi-monthly scheduled meeting. As we know that the announcement and actions of the central bank directly impact the stock market, it becomes very crucial for the stock market participants to understand the effect of the commentary made by RBI. So let's start first with some positive points. The first positive point which I see is the pre-scheduled meeting of MPC itself. The meeting was scheduled on 3rd to 5th June. However, they preponed it before that. That shows that the central bank is concerned about the present state of affairs of the economy, as well as the impact of COVID-19. One of the most crucial announcement which was done, although it was already discounted in the market, was reduction of repo rate by 40 BPS. Earlier, the repo rate was 4.4 and now it is 4. That means the banks will be getting funds from central bank at reduced rate of 4.25%. Right? What does this mean for the market? That the banks will have more liquidity in hand to give loans to NBFCs, corporates, or individuals. That will boost the economy. The second thing good which was done was reduction of reverse repo rates from 3.75 to 3.35. Now, let's understand what is the difference between repo rate and reverse repo rate first. Now, the rate at which the central bank lends money to the commercial banks, be it a private bank or a nationalized bank, is called repo rate. However, whenever the banks have got excessive money, they give it to Reserve Bank for deposit and holding. And in turn, Reserve Bank of India also provides them interest on that money. Now that interest rate is called reverse repo rate. Now by reducing the reverse repo rate, what RBI has done is it has made it less attractive for banks to deposit the money with RBI. That means liquidity in the market again will be more. The banks would prefer to lend the money to NBFCs or corporates or other banks. So that's another good point of this conference. One more point I observed was the RBI has been able to improve its forex reserves by 1.73 billion USD. That means the current forex reserves are at 487.04 billion. How would that impact our economy? Is RBI will be in a better position to meet the dollar demand, right? So that's another positive point. One more point which was quite crucial and it got almost neglected in the among the points which were effective to the market was there is a increase of 3.7% in food grain production, which is a new record. And there's also a positive news from IMD that in 2020, we will be seeing the southwest monsoon as a normal. That means we can expect better crops, and this will also give the boost to economy. One of the announcements which could be good for some participants or bad for some participants was the RBI extended the moratorium on loans for further 90 days up to 31st August. In earlier announcement, RBI has put on this moratorium until May 31st. Since the lockdown has been extended and the production has not started in the factories, offices are closed, so RBI has extended this for next 3 months. Now, this is a good news for the borrowers, but it is a bad news for the banks, because banks will be getting their repayment delayed, the liquidity will be reduced with them, and some people, despite being in the position to pay back their debts and loans, would go for the moratorium. And on top of that, RBI said that in case any customer takes a request bank for a moratorium, in such a case that the credit rating agencies should not lower the credit rating of such a borrower. Now, with this, the banks are more fearful that many people would willingly delay the payments, maybe even default, as there is no impact of lowering their credit ratings. Right? So these are some of the positive points. And since this moratorium didn't go well with the market, the Bank Nifty fell almost 2.57% on Friday. So let's look at some of the negative points from the meeting and RBI conference. When Mr. Shaktikant Das was asked about the current GDP projection, he said that data available is not adequate enough at this point of time to forecast that. And the economic activities and livelihood have been impacted beyond measures and beyond collected data. And that didn't go well. On the other front, the demand in markets have collapsed. If you look at the electricity data or petroleum data or private consumption data, that has been reduced drastically due to outbreak of COVID-19. Not only that, even the exports have plunged to 60%. Imports have contracted by 58.6%. So all that creates a very gloomy image. Revenue collection of central and state governments has reduced drastically on account of all collection heads. That's another negative piece of news. And how would that impact? In fact, is the ongoing projects, welfare schemes of center as well as states, if do not have enough funds, they may be either go on hold or their speed will be reduced, and that will further degrowth the economy. In the conference, it was mentioned that the GDP growth forecast for financial year 2021 is expected to be negative, and that again is a very negative for the market, right? It is also expected that inflation in first 6 months of financial year 21 will be flat or hard, but in the second half of the year it will improve and the inflation will reduce, will be less than 4%. We can already see that in a contracting GDP is very disheartening to the market, right? And you can also see that from the fall in the Nifty and Bank Nifty. And inflation is already risen in last 2-3 months time and making a life difficult for the poorer and the middle class, right? So if you look at overall picture, one thing is clear that RBI conference gave a very clear message that the central bank is keeping a close watch on events, availability of liquidity in the market, economical developments. RBI has taken accommodative stance and willing to support the degrowing economy as and when required. However, the market has not taken the measures positively so far. Market has also not accepted the 20 lakh crore stimulus package offered by PM positively, as that seems to be more of a liquidity filler rather than the relief. And the same is reflecting back in the falling markets across sectors. As a trader or as an investor, it becomes very crucial for us as a retail participant to monitor the market, remain alert, and take well-informed decisions, such that we take decisions timely and profitably. Hope this video was valuable to you. Thank you very much for watching the video. To get more details on market analysis, you can also read our daily reports on our Facebook page. I trust you getting benefited from our technical and market analysis. We provide quality information and excellent learning through our videos. To get latest information, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, which is by name Project Academy, and don't forget to press the bell icon to get notification on our latest videos. To learn about stocks, derivatives, commodities, forex, trading and investing, you can also request for videos on the subject of your interest in the comment box. We would try to make the videos of your preferred subject. Thank you very much for watching and liking the video. Please share the video with your friends and family members who can also be benefited from the quality knowledge and analysis. Thank you. Happy trading, happy investing.